We are back for game number 2 of our Leafs and Knights doubleheader here at the Southwest Ice Arena. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Alongside my partner today, Mike Napolitano. My name is Aaron Shellen, and Mike, we saw a good one in game 1. The Leafs blanked St. Jude 3-0. We saw some good individual offense from the Leafs. We saw some great goaltending as well from this West Dundee Leafs team.
The scoreline looks a little bit more lopsided than I think the game actually was. But now we're looking at this 14U Leafs team that is coming into the season 1-0 rather than 0-1. Once again, the St. Jude side of things, they have not played a game yet. So interested to see how this one goes.
Yeah, the Leafs defeated the Hawks in Darien 2-0, while, as Mike said, St. Jude getting ready to play their first game of the season. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. This is the 54th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of this season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. And this is game 2 of the 2023 NIHL schedule here on Stream Sports Midwest. Very happy you can be joining Mike and I here today. Mike is the newest member of the Stream Sports Midwest team. He'll be joining myself, my partner Eric Willowite, Jarek Rubel. We'll all have NIHL hockey for you here between now and February, and I'm looking forward to doing as many games as possible. We have a lot on the books here already, so stay tuned for upcoming broadcasts. But today, the 14U's take center ice, the Leafs and the Knights. Both teams getting ready. The Leafs in their whites with black numbers piped in green, and the Leafs down to our left in their blacks with blue numbers piped in white. And we'll see who your starting goaltenders are for each team. We got 3 12-minute periods here for the 14U's.
After that first game, I was going to say it's kind of like watching the Toronto Maple Leafs play the Toronto Maple Leafs when they have the St. Pat's jerseys on, and then you've got your almost those, it wasn't the retro reverse jerseys that the Toronto Maple Leafs had that had the black, but it's a nice branding. Starting
in goal for the Leafs will be Ellen Zeke, number 12, and starting down in goal at the other end for St. Jude, it's number 4, Megan Mannix. We'll get the start down there for the Knights. She didn't turn her back to me, so I couldn't get the number, but Mike saved my bacon, and we're ready to go here in period 1.
I do what I can.
Appreciate you. Puck up into center ice. The Leafs will walk across the blue line with it. Centering feed. Looking for Carly Keppen there. Number 47 back to the point. That's Allison Deuce, puts the shot in. And I don't know if that made it through to Mannix, but did squirt out the far side. Here's Sarah Scott behind her own net, flips it around the near side. St. Jude looking to get it out of their zone. They can't. It's kept in. Bad angle shot. And nice glove save there by Megan Mannix. Looking very confident here in the early going with that glove.
We got the music going now. We didn't have that game 1, so
yeah, we do.
I'm excited.
The music adds a little bit to it. We've got these about 4-foot tall speakers to our left and to our right. Kept in at the point, deflected in on Mannix. Shot from Olivia Laporte from the point, deflected by Madison Dennis. And Megan Mannix has been tested here in the early going, Mike, and so far so good.
Yeah, we were talking last game about how the Leafs team in that age range had started slow. Looks to be the opposite right here.
And the Leafs with an opportunity, but it's knocked out here. And giving chase will be Leah Butera, excuse me. Kept in at the blue line by St. Jude. They walk in. The shot hits a body, kept in at the point nicely by Kate Schreier. Excuse me, that's number 8, who I don't have on my roster. So I apologize for that. I can only tell you the players that have been given to me. So here is St. Jude wrapping it around the near side. Kaylee Russell able to get it up and out.
Just like last game, you got a couple players that maybe slipped through the cracks.
Yep, it happens in the early going. It doesn't look. It happens in the early going with some teams where maybe they don't have their official jerseys for the season, or they get somebody new last minute. It happens. We'll make do though. Behind the net,
picked up off waivers.
Yeah, there you go. Right, late preseason trade.
Exactly.
You move cities and you trade it to a new team.
PTOs, all that kind of stuff.
That's right. This is Alice Wall flipping it high up in the air into the zone. St. Jude will walk out to center ice with it.
It's high up right there.
Yeah, Lily Morgan doing a nice job wrapping up the white jersey behind the net. This is Maya Wulowich. Taps it to herself out into center ice. Taken away, sitting right on the blue line, and that will be whistled for an offsides. We're about 2.5 minutes in to period number 1. No score here from the Southwest Ice Arena in Crestwood. One of my favorite places to bring an NIHL game. We're elevated over center ice. We don't have any seats in front of us, so no anxious parents standing up in front of the camera. So it's a great place for us to call a game. It's a great viewpoint, and I'm glad you get to join us today. Another face.
And we got a good playlist for this one.
Yeah, little aha.
Yeah.
This is my music. I'm a
it's
child.
Mine too. Don't worry.
I'm a child of the '80s, so this is absolutely my music. This is Molly Nickel, centering
turnaround
feed.
Pass.
Yep, centering feed comes through the high slot, and it's out to center ice. On it now is St. Jude gaining the red line and dumping it in deep. Are the Knights. Finds the stick of Callie De Hoyos. Back to the point. Kept in for the moment by Hannah Hauser. She gets it to De Hoyos. De Hoyos walks in. Puck sitting in the high slot. Stepping forward with it are the Knights. Backhanded through the crease. And De Hoyos not able to get there. She slides it behind the net. That'll give the Leafs a chance to skate onto it and work it out to center ice. Flipped in deep as the Leafs will change up.
Really good push through that neutral zone. They always talk about having that puck far from your body so that the defenseman near you can't get to it, but it being able to push and skate as hard as you can. Don't worry too much about stick handling there.
Evie Galvin up along the boards, and nice chip out into center ice. Leafs almost with a 2-on-1 break-in. Here's Callie De Hoyos again. De Hoyos walking in 1-on-4, fended off nicely by Madison Dennis, and that gives the Leafs a chance to come out the other way. Pass the elude everybody, though, and that'll be whistled. Nope, they're going to wave off the icing. Back to the point. That's Laporta, and got a penalty called here, I think, on the Leafs.
So, yeah. Not sure what we have here. It looks like it may have happened either behind the player or in that corner.
I think they're calling a body check here on the Leafs. That's going to go on Carly Keppen. So, just like we saw in Game 1, the Leafs whistled for penalties and St. Jude going on the power play. St. Jude had 4 power play opportunities, including a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half in that first game, and they weren't able to score. In fact, they were net negative with the skater advantages. They gave up a shorty.
Right.
Here come the Leafs now. Skating forward with it. Ooh. And no whistle there. Nothing on that. I thought for sure I would see a right arm go up. Thinking maybe the Leafs skaters skated into the contact. It's going to be whistled for an icing. Yeah. And that was number 21, Evie Galvin. Came down the near side, and I think maybe they're saying that it was kind of 50-50 contact, and Galvin just took the worst of it, but certainly looked like a body check from up here.
Once again, what I was talking about, she was pushing that puck through the neutral zone, gaining speed, having it on her outside so that she could puck protect away from the defenseman, and then kind of cut towards the middle. So may have been a little bit what the referee was saying, her own fault why she got hit there.
As she cut towards the middle and walked into a white jersey. Out to center ice with it now. Giving chase, that's Mary Nyhan, number 9. Nyhan has it, stops on a dime, puts it towards the net, behind the net. This is Allison Phillips now centering feed. nobody home. The Leafs skate out into center ice. Pass just underneath Ella Burke, number 11. Shot, in on Mannix, and Megan makes the save. Back to the point. Alice Wall keeping it in, doing a nice job here, short-handed, but it does score it out, and the Knights now walk across the blue line. This is Nyhan again. She just dumps it down deep. In that far corner with it. The Leafs not able to get it out, kept in at the point nicely by the Knights. Shot in, hits Wall into the far corner, into the near corner rather. Here's Phillips now centering feed, and the Leafs there to take it away. Once again, St. Jude walking in. The shot whistles over the net by Allison Phillips. It's not a lot of sustained offensive pressure by St. Jude in terms of setting up the power play, but they've had a couple of opportunities.
We've seen a couple of dumps into the zone, either changing or just trying to get that puck in deep, and nothing really being able to set up. But the Leafs coming out of their own zone, they got to keep their heads up because there's a little bit of physicality going on at this blue line.
Pass into the offensive zone here. This is Arista Demo. She puts the shot in, and it's deflected in. Lily Morgan on the tap in. Aristo Demo with the pass across to the far side, and tapped in by Lily Morgan to give the Leafs a 1-0 lead. Nice feed, nice finish by the Leafs, and once again, the Leafs take the lead here in this one in the first period.
I think that's a lot of what we were looking for in that first game, is a puck that just bounces to the back door, and this time somebody was there to actually capitalize it.
Yep, we saw that a handful of times in game one. Odd skater rushes as Kendall Helt whistles that shot wide of the far post.
You start to see how important a penalty kill is when momentum like that starts to switch over, and just as that penalty expires, they get the zone possession and they get one in the back of the net.
Yep, doesn't take long, but you're right. We saw it a handful of times in that first game. Those 2-on-1s where maybe a cross ice pass to that that near post would end up in a tap in, and didn't see it in game one. Saw it here in game two. Leafs take an early 1-0 lead. We're about 5:20 left to go here in the first period. Leafs again on the attack. High slot walking in, shot, score! Wow. I'm going to get the number on that. I believe that's 47. No, excuse me, that is 67. That's Molly Nickel. We saw a goal to that same spot in game one, that stick side high corner in the Leafs. 2 quick goals here in the second.
That was a really good, at the end of it, individual effort, but the team had set that up, a couple of nice passes to get it over to Nichols, and she makes no mistake putting it top shelf. Just an absolutely beautiful shot.
And Molly got herself some space by that near faceoff dot and rips it stick side high to give the Leafs the lead. St. Jude now. Here's Phillips walking in. The backhanded feed. The backhanded shot attempt by De Hoyos goes wide. And the Leafs will skate out with it again. We're under 5. Leafs with a 2-0 lead. 2 goals in about 15 seconds for the Leafs. Pass in, squirts down in on Ellen Zeke, a name we haven't had to say very much so far today. The Leafs goaltender has not been busy. Shot comes.
Leafs defense really helping out down low, clear pucks out. Like I mentioned, just got to keep your head up at the blue line, but they're doing a nice job so far.
There's a shot going glove side high was Allison Phillips. Misses the net. The shot from the point knocked over to the boards. Nice job by the Leafs there to see that puck and put it over towards the boards. A lot of times you see that puck knocked down right in the crease area. So nice job deflecting it to the sideboards where you're a lot less likely to have something damaging happen.
That was just what we were referring to with the good Leafs defense, being able to get the sticks in passing lanes and then send pucks to non-dangerous areas of the ice.
Sarah Scott. She loses it, and it's a potential 3-on-1 now for the Leafs. Here comes Arista Demo. Arista Demo walks in on the backhand, and good defense by Hannah Hauser to break up a 3-on-1. Arista Demo maybe get it off to one of your wings there. She tried to take it wide by herself, and that allowed Hauser to get back and defend it, and she does a nice job there, sticking that into the corner. Knights try to work the puck out along the near half boards. Kept in, and that does squirt out to center ice. Forces Allison Deuce to regroup. Gets it to Ella Burke. Burke crossed the blue line. The shot deflects over into the near corner now. Behind the net, that's Hauser again. Knocked away. Aristodemo comes out with it. Flip pass over to the far side of the ice. St. Jude up and out of the zone. Pass doesn't find its intended target, and Wall walks into center ice with it.
Really good puck protection from her.
Alice keeping that puck on the outside until she runs into the official, and she's knocked down, and the puck now out in center ice. Bit of a scrum in front of the St. Jude net, and the Knights will take possession for the moment. They do clear it in, but the Leafs are the first one on it. Nice feed out, looking for Keely Davis. Davis will give chase. Caden Norkus is the first one on it for St. Jude, number 32. This is Mary Nyhan who gets it out to center ice as we are under 2 minutes left here in the first period.
Game one, we talked a lot about passing being one of the keys. Oh, and here's a breakaway.
Molly Nickel walks in again. Nickel shoots, scores.
Wow.
So Molly Nickel, for the second time here in period number one, took the feed from Keely Davis, walks in, and she picks up her second goal of the game, and the Leafs have put up a 3 spot here in the first period. They're up 3-0.
She demonstrated what I was just about to go into, is not only is passing crucial, and the Leafs are doing a really good job at that, but also having speed and control through the center ice.
And that's,
for these teams.
That's huge. If you can maintain possession of the puck with that speed, you can find yourself in a lot of one-on-nothing situations like we saw right there.
Kind of had the defense flat-footed there as she just barreled right through that slot.
And that comes down on Zeke, and Ellen covers up for a whistle as we're at 1:28 left to go here in period number one. The Leafs with a 3-0 lead. The Leafs 16U, 19U team defeated St. Jude 3-0 in the first game. So we're already at 3-0 here in the second game, still in the first period. Draw to the left of Zeke. Face-off is won forward by the Leafs, and it catches an edge and rolls out to center ice. A couple players go down right along the blue line. It's in the near corner now. St. Jude skater goes down behind the net, kept in at the point by Kepka. She puts it in on net. Shot, rebound, another rebound, and it comes behind the net. Megan Mannix under siege here a little bit in the first period, makes a couple of saves there. Behind the net, nice move on the forehand, comes out to the faceoff dot, and St. Jude just gets it out of the zone.
That second shot looked like it was coming towards Mannix's mitt, and she was waiting for it, and then a third shot actually came in at her. Luckily, there was no elevation. She was able to still glove it.
Whistled down for an offside. You're taught as a goalie, keep that stick on the ice, right?
Yep.
Keep that stick on the ice to cover up that bottom part of the net. And you'll see a lot of goalies at some of the younger levels. They'll literally take the stick and plant it on the ice
yeah.
and block off the entire net. And that's how you're taught to do it. Until the opposition can show you that they can elevate, keep that stick right on the net. St. Jude up into center ice. Down to 20 seconds left to go here in the period. Leafs with a 3-0 lead. Goal by Lily Morgan, a couple of goals by Molly Nickel. St. Jude with the shot in. Zeke makes the save. Kylie de Hoyos tries to get it deep. She can't. This comes over to the far half boards, and that will do it for period number one, a period that was dominated by the West Dundee Leafs. We'll get ready for second period action here. All NIHL teams are just starting their seasons. The girls 14U and 16U/19U divisions are already playing. their regular season game. Each team is working to collect the points that will help them earn a place in the league's end-of-season tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Yes, professional hockey is back this month, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday the 28th, the Blues come to Chicago to take on the Blackhawks, 7:30 p.m. And then Saturday, September 30th, the Blackhawks travel to Minneapolis to take on the Wild. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. That Leafs offense looking pretty good here in period number 1.
Yeah, as we were talking about with speed, skate efficiency is a huge thing too. And what I mean by that is being able to hit your top stride in just a couple of strides. You don't want to get too tired. Everybody's going to be able to go fast on a long straightaway, right? Take a look at who's taking the draw here, Molly Nichols, 67 for the Leafs. She's had that all game, and that is why she's created so many breakaway chances for herself.
Yep, both of her goals, it was her and a goaltender and nothing else. And
yeah.
Down to our right, Ellen Zeke is getting into it. She's getting into it down there to our right. A little bit of dancing from the Leafs goaltender in black and blue. She's loving it. Her team with a 3-0 lead. And, you know, one of the things that Eric and I always say is you got to be a rare breed to be a hockey goalie. Hockey goalies are special individuals. And Ellen, no different down there to the right for the Leafs as we get ready for second period action. Leafs will be going right to left. St. Jude left to right as we played a 12-minute first period, but they put 13 minutes on the clock here for the second. So
yeah, I was just about to question that.
well, they're getting an extra minute for that long change. Leafs across the blue line. Nice move there by Allison Deuce. She walks in the feed.
Ooh.
One-time attempt. Not able to get a lot on that. Good defense by St. Jude.
Nice backdoor pass, but the stick actually rode up the defenseman's stick and couldn't get the shot off.
That shot hits a stick and goes wide by Maya Wulowich. And St. Jude clears it out, and that'll be an icing. So we're in the second, 3-0. Leafs with the lead. Again?
Still getting into it down there.
It's easy to dance when you're up 3-0.
Oh, she's got a spin move going on there, too.
Yep. When you're up 3-0, it's easy to have fun. I mean, I guess it's easy to have fun anyway. It's hockey, right? It's the best sport in the world. And
absolutely.
If you can't have fun when you're playing the best sport in the world, when can you have fun? St. Jude now walking forward with it. That's Sarah Scott with the little self pass. She has it down low. Centering feed comes out the other side. Battle for it in the high slot area and a collision at the blue line.
High hit.
Puck finds its way in, but it's whistled down for an offside. Yeah, that was a big hit right at the blue line. But again, one of those 50-50, the contact wasn't initiated by one player or the other, so no whistle, no foul.
Both players were able to brace a little bit, but that being said, both arms came up and looks a little bit tougher than a normal hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Normal bump bodies.
Down low with it here is Keppen by the left face-off dot. Kept in. There's Keppen again. Takes it wide. Over in that far corner, back to the point. Shot whistled in, and I think Mannix got that right pad on it. She directs it into the corner. Back to the point again. Another shot in from the point, deflected. Mannix able to get the left pad on this one. In the corner now, that's Madison Dennis. Batted down, and St. Jude just trying to get the puck out of their own zone, and it does squirt into center ice. Leafs walk forward with it. Bad angle shot, but Mannix able to stick it into the near corner. Back to the point again. This is Butera, Leah Butera. And the Knights now out to center ice. They don't gain the blue line, but they're not going to, or they gain the red line rather, but they rule off the icing. St. Jude trying to get some offense here in the second period. They find themselves in a 3-0 hole.
A tie-up down low. It almost looked like they were sitting there on a face-off tie-up. Couldn't quite get that puck out of the corner. This one's coming all the way back down for icing by the Leafs.
Icing by the Leafs, 10 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the middle period. This is game 2 of our Leafs and Knights doubleheader here on Stream Sports Midwest. Mike Napolitano, Aaron Schellen bringing you today's action. Leafs are feeling it here in period 2.
The face-off's coming down here anyways, so might as well get a camera on the dancing.
Why not? She's having fun. And the Leafs able to get it out to center ice underneath the stick of a St. Jude player, and that gives the Leafs a chance in the neutral zone, but coming the other direction now. Leafs little self-pass, 2-on-1 now here for the Leafs. Walking in, the shot, score! And we'll get a number on that.
Nickel.
Was that Nickel again?
Yep.
Molly Nickel this time. She didn't walk in all alone, but by that far face-off dot. And if I had a hat, I'd throw one. That is 3 for Molly Nickel here in a period and a half. And it's 4-0 Leafs.
As you mentioned, this one not a breakaway, but once again able to pick out those top corners, even from a tough angle there on that right side.
She was right below that right face-off dot and was able to pick near corner to pick up her 3rd goal of the game and give the Leafs a 4-0 lead. And this will be icing on the Leafs. 9.5 left to go here in period 2. The Leafs won their first game 2-1. That was over the Hawks out at the Darien Sports Complex a week ago today. Face off to the right of Ellen Zeke. Leafs win the draw, but St. Jude with the backhand through the crease, nobody there, and the Leafs just turn around and sling it out of the zone. Hannah Hauser, first one there for the Knights. Over on the far half boards, tipped back. Moving forward with it and out to center ice. Here comes Mary Nyhan. Nyhan across the blue line. Walking in now was Phillips. Phillips with the shot, the save, the rebound. Off a skate, and Zeke has to dive to her left to make the save. So the best opportunity for the Knights, Mary Nyhan, Allison Phillips, but Ellen Zeke hasn't been tasked with much, which came up big there.
That was a really nice backhand shot that came up and elevated and had a chance of going in, but like you mentioned, really nice save there.
Yep.
Not a dance move on that dive, though. That was an actual dive.
Yeah, that was not a dance move. That was a dive. Draw to the left of Zeke. Out to the neutral zone. Leafs walk forward with it. Evie Galvin backhands it in. Behind the net. Backhanded back the other way.
3 Leafs down low pressuring that one St. Jude defenseman. Kind of an interesting setup there.
It was a nice job by St. Jude to be able to work out of that with those 3 blue jerseys bearing down. Knights flip it up off the glass and out to center ice. It's Kendall Helt. It's taken away from her, and Sarah Scott has to wait. That gives the Leafs a chance to close in on her. We have 5 skaters right here in front of us. The Leafs now with possession in their own zone, out to center ice with it now. There's Galvin again, Evie Galvin across the blue line. Galvin with some space, stops at the top of the face-off dot, takes the shot, whistles the wrist shot over the top of the net. That had some mustard on it.
Yeah, nice little pull-up button hook move, but just gets the shot a little too high. No chance at a rebound.
She created space for herself with that move, just stopped, spun around, and then there was nobody within 5 or 6 feet of her, and she just put it over the top of the net. St. Jude now walks into the neutral zone. That was Caden Norkus, had it taken off her stick. Back out to center ice. There's Kepka. Forward to Keely Davis. Davis able to get it in deep as we approach the 7-minute mark here in period 2. In the near corner. Comes out onto the stick of Deuce. She overskates it. I think she saw how much open space she had in front of her and just overskated the puck. She could have walked all the way in on net.
Sometimes those easiest plays become the hardest when you overthink it.
Yep, Lily Morgan now goes wide with it. Morgan, the centering feed. Wow. 3-on-1, 3-on-0 in front of the net, and the shot, I don't know if Mannix got her blocker on that, and that was Madison Dennis walking in all alone.
Really good awareness to send that puck to the center. She had 3 teammates coming up the slot there and just couldn't get the final puck into the net on that shot.
Dennis behind the net on the backhand, knocked away behind the net. Centering feed. Again, 2 black jerseys there, and fortunate for St. Jude that pass, a little too much on it. This Leafs team looks really, really good. St. Jude knocks it away. Sarah Scott flips it up to center ice. Leafs walking the blue line. Cleared in by Keppen. Keppen out to center ice. Cleared forward. Bit of a miscommunication on that pass from Leah Butera, and that'll be a whistle and an icing called here on the Leafs with 5:48 left to go here in the second period.
Before that miscue, I was just going to add to your point on how the Leafs defense is doing a really nice job of staying calm under pressure, facilitating passes, connecting on stuff, and then of course with that speed we mentioned, this Leafs team is coming for.
Yeah.
They look hungry.
Yeah, they do. Offense, defense, goaltending all look really good here in just game number 2 for them. Cleared out to center ice, and that'll have the legs for another icing. The face-off will come down to the left of Ellen Zeke.
Another thing with that skate efficiency that we talked about is on ice awareness. You got to know where you're at. That skate efficiency is no good if you don't know where you're supposed to be sending that puck. And they had that down low on the other end of the ice as well with that spin around slot pass.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see players just sort of turn around and put the puck to a space,
right,
and without knowing if they've got a teammate there. Here's another opportunity for Nickel. Nickel already with 3. The centering feed, puck is just sitting in between the face-off dots. Nobody wants it, and the Knights come out the other direction now. Some speed there, flipped forward and down on Zeke, who makes the save. Teammate ends up in the back of the net. The first thing that's ended up behind Ellen Zeke today has been one of her teammates.
Right. We saw that spatial awareness on that last rush from the Leafs as well. A lot of that having to do with keeping your head up, looking for that pass into the center, and I saw that as they came down the wing as well there too.
Face off this time to the right of Zeke, won by the Knights. Shot back to the point and right into the body of Zeke. That shot from the point, Sarah Scott on target. Slung around the near side. The Leafs will try to work it out on the near side. It's kept in at the point. It's Kaylee Russell down low. Leafs over to the far side now. We talk about spatial awareness. We saw it right there. St. Jude had the puck in the far corner, and the pass was made without looking to see where any of the teammates were, and it just ended up on the stick of a Leaf skater. Out to center ice here. This is Allison Phillips. She's been one of the better St. Jude players here. To the shot blockered into the corner by Zeke.
Sometimes you get that puck on your stick in the offensive zone and the anxiety kind of kicks in that I have to make a pass or I have to shoot it right away. But if you could take that extra second to calm yourself and think about where you're going with it,
yep,
you'll be able to get set up a little better.
Lift your head up, see where your teammates are, and maybe make that pass rather than just an on-purpose pass rather than just putting it into space. Leafs now walk into center ice with it. with a ton of speed across the blue line, down low on the backhand, off the outside of the net. That was a pretty move down there by, I think that's Lily Morgan. Is it 72 that I see down there?
I believe so.
That was a nice move, though. Almost for a second looked like that ended up in the back of the net. It
From our vantage point, it did, yeah.
shook the twine. There'll be an icing whistled here on St. Jude as we're at 3:21 left to go here in the second period. Leafs with a 4-0 lead. The draw will come down to the right of Megan Mannix, down here to our left.
I talked about pushing the puck through that neutral zone, but sometimes when there's defensemen lined up there, you got to slice through them, and that's exactly what she did. Really good stick handling and being able to maintain her speed into that offensive zone and create that chance.
Molly Nickel on the draw, wins it back to the point, but it goes underneath the stick, of Allison Deuce. Nickel waits for her line mates to clear, tries to go around the defender. She can't. Kelly De Hoyos now trying to get the puck out. She can't. A little inside-out move by the Leafs, and the puck is just lifted out to center ice by St. Jude. Deuce backhands it in deep. St. Jude turns and fires it out to the neutral zone. Deuce, a one-timer pass. Up ahead, across the blue line with it. The shot in, blockered down off the stick of Keely Davis into the corner.
Really good breakout from the Leafs there, leading to that chance as well.
Puck squirts down into the Leafs zone now. This is Olivia Kepka behind their net with some time. Flips it up along the boards. St. Jude steals it away. But the Leafs now walk forward with it, and they're into center ice again. Across the blue line, the shot into the glove of Megan Mannix. That was Carly Keppen. Across the blue line, cut from the inside to the outside, and I think that shot was going to go wide, but again, Mannix gloves it down, holds on to it for a whistle.
Leafs had to really watch their offsides. They're an extra move at the blue line, and you don't want to screw up a 3-on-2 just by doing an extra move there.
Back to the point. This is Butera, Leah Butera, shot just over that far post. Up and out by Kendall Helt. Here's Butera again. Nicely done up off the glass. Keppen not able to play it. They'll try the other side. Scott will be the first one on it for the Knights. It's a stick and bounces out to center ice, splits the D. And Butera will play it below her red line.
That goes off the referee and stays in for St. Jude, but now Leafs are breaking back out.
Leafs break out here. This is Madison Dennis across the blue line. The shot from outside the face-off dot goes high. Keppen has it knocked away from her by a couple of white jerseys, but here come the Leafs again, back to the far half boards. The shot deflects behind the net, comes out the other side. Just two black jerseys waiting there for it, though. Keppen walks between those white jerseys. The shot, the save made by Mannix. Keppen again has it, turns around, doesn't get a lot on that, off her back foot. And the Knights now work it out to center ice. Helt tried the one-handed self-passes. We're about 30 seconds here in the second period, and that pass eludes everybody for an icing. So we've seen some, and you've talked about it a couple of times, Mike, some really crisp defense to offense turnarounds here by the Leafs, getting the puck in their own zone and either skating it out and creating offensive opportunities or finding that breakout pass, which is not something you see early on in a lot of these seasons.
Being able to get out of your own end is crucial, and we see that here on the other side of things with St. Jude, just trying to flip every puck out. They're going to have to try to figure out a way to get out of their zone a little bit better, get some neutral zone possession.
Leafs looking for one more here before the period ends. They lead 4-0. Down to the final 10 seconds, and that'll be whistled down for an offsides. Mike and I will step away for just a minute at the end of the second period. Give ourselves a chance to catch our breath, and then we'll be back for period number 3. Moved forward. Tap back into the St. Jude zone, and that will do it for the second period. So Molly Nickel picked up a hat trick, picked up her 3rd goal of the game in the second period. We go to the 3rd with the Leafs up 4-0. The Chicago Blackhawks want to remind you that the Chicago Blackhawks intermission and Junior Hawks pregame skates are now available for select dates this season. Contact Ben Ostler at 312-455-7096 to register your teams today. And Mike, this has been pretty dominant from the Leafs here through, 25 minutes.
Yeah, right. I think we had an issue with the clock first period. It was a 12-minute period. These next two have been 13s, so we're looking to have another probably dominant period here from this Leafs team. I was going to ask you, referring to the Blackhawks, not only on this game, other than, of course, Connor Bedard, who are you most interested in seeing this year?
Well, you don't know this about me because this is the first game we've done together, but I'm a born and raised New Englander. I'm a diehard Bruins fan.
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah. So back to this game.
I am interested in seeing Connor Bedard and how his game translates. He's 18 years old, just an absolute stud. But I'm a fan of the black and gold and have been for 45 years. So
I guess Taylor Hall's your guy then, maybe Nick Foligno.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Fliggy. You guys are absolutely, the Blackhawks fans are absolutely going to love Nick Foligno. He does it right. He absolutely does it right. He's going to be the perfect mentor for someone like Connor Bedard.
Right.
And Taylor Hall. With the way the Bruins played last season, and he was playing on the third line, so maybe the numbers weren't quite what you would have expected from Taylor Hall. But I enjoyed the Taylor Hall era in Boston for sure. Blackhawks fans are going to love them both, I think.
Good first chance there from St. Jude on that rush to switch back over here.
Yeah, they haven't had many.
A little bit of offense.
Yeah, haven't had many opportunities, but had one right there, and right down the other way come the Leafs. And we've talked about their ability to turn defense into offense, and we saw it again right there, forcing Megan Mannix to make the save. 45 seconds here into period number 3. Face off to be taken by Molly Nickel. She has herself a hat trick here today. She loses the draw, however. Hannah Hauser up along the near boards. Danny Arteaga and Hauser try to work it out. Puck squirts high up into the air. On it now is Arteaga. Taken away by Carly Keppen. Keppen tries to center it, and it hits a skate and stops right by that near post, forcing Mannix to glove up.
Leafs are switching up that offensive line with Nickel on it, but this defense hasn't gotten enough appreciation. Wall over here has been in a lot of plays.
And I think we have a new goalie down to our left for the Leafs. I think that's Avery Jasper, number 1. And the reason I know that is because I looked over at the Leafs bench and I saw Ellen Zeke dancing on the bench.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So she's having fun here in game number 2. So number 1, Avery Jasper now in net for the Leafs here for period number 3. This is Keely Davis. The pass eludes the intended target, which was Brie D'Souza. Banged out to center ice. Underneath the stick. The Leafs work it out to center ice. D'Souza chips it forward to herself, has it on the backhand, centering feed, nobody there but white jerseys. Slid to the near half boards, back to the point, shot from the point, hits a body. That was Leah Butera. Took the shot, and Lily Aristodemo misplays the puck, and it comes out to center ice. Slid forward by Mary Nyhan. She goes down.
Sticking the skates behind the play, no call. Might have been just incidental.
There's a collision along the near half boards as Aristodemo is knocked down. The Leafs, and that should be whistled for an offsides, and it will. 10:24 now left to go. And they're going to put that face-off all the way back in the Leafs' defensive zones. They're going to say intentional offsides there, which even an intentional offsides is better than giving up the puck at your own blue line and having it turn into a 2-on-1 or a breakaway the other direction.
We were talking about that last game. Of course, no intentional offsides was called. A little bit of a sneaky play like that, but here the referees were on it. They see that, and it's back into their own zone.
Here comes Lily Morgan. She's got a goal. Morgan with a nice little drop feed. The shot by Dennis goes over the net. Very unselfish by Lily Morgan, who probably could have skated that one all the way in, but the drop feed found Madison Dennis, and Madison just put it up over the net.
I think there's a lot of really good chemistry between these Leafs lines, not only about the spatial awareness we were talking about earlier, but also knowing where your teammate is going to be and being able to set that up for her for a scoring chance right there.
Yeah, early on in the season, just trusting that your teammate is going to be behind you like that, and to be able to just leave that puck like she did, that's showing some impressive awareness here in the early going this season. Here's Maya Wulowich. Wulowich over to the near side. Olivia Laporta able to play it up and out of the zone. Backhanded up by Scott, taken away by Aristodemo. Lily, feed high slot area, the shot through the wickets. That's Kinsey Lawrence, number 10, taking the feed from Lily Aristodemo, and that's goal number 5 for the Leafs here as Kinsey beats Mannix 5-hole, and it's 5-0.
The Leafs still sustaining all the pressure here in this game. Not a whole lot of offensive time for the St. Jude Knights. And like we saw there, just another collapse in the slot and a 5-hole goal. You don't see too many of those today even, really.
Yeah, Kinsey Lawrence all alone in that high slot area. She could have walked in even further, but instead slid that one 5-hole and gave her team a 5-0 lead here in period 3.
On that one, probably didn't want to hesitate and let the goalie drop and then have that hole close up on you.
There's Aristodemo again. She skates out into the neutral zone with it. Runs into her own teammate right at the blue line, and that'll be an offsides.
This one not as intentional. Face-off will stay over here.
No. A little too much speed riding up her teammates' backs right into the offensive zone.
The blue line was crowded.
Is skated into center ice by Caden Norcus. Norcus looking for Kendall Helt. Helt has it, the shot blockered down by Avery Jasper. Another opportunity by Helt. A couple of whacks at it. Puck is sitting right on the red line behind the net. Kicked forward. And the Leafs throw it up. Flipped out by Keppen. He's back in. Right back out to center ice. Pass looking for Molly Nickel. Eludes her. And a Hauser up along the near boards. Kept in at the point. The shot in. Deflects down. It sits in the crease. And it's covered up by Megan Mannix as Hannah Hauser put that paw up to try to knock it down. And she missed it. And I think it threw Mannix a little bit. But nice recovery by Megan to make the save.
Yeah, because of that commotion, Mannix is already down sliding one way. Now the puck's going the other way. She kind of had to corral herself and be able to still stay there and make the save.
Right, it was almost like she was expecting it to be deflected down by the glove, and it wasn't. So she had to react to the non-deflection, which you usually don't see. It's usually the other way around.
Right.
Two skaters to a side along the near half boards now, flipped up. Artega not able to get it out, kept in at the point. Again, nicely done. Kept in at the point there by Wall. Or excuse me, that's 72. That's Lily Morgan, who has one of the 5 Leaf goals here this afternoon. Dump and chase here by Mary Nyhan. Nyhan behind the net. Tries the wrap around. It comes out into the crease. Squirts into the corner.
St. Jude's been doing a really good job keeping that puck low and getting that goaltender down, but just not able to send it to the back door where they have a wide open chance.
Here's a chance now for Alice Wall along that far wall. She has it down low off the back of the net, where the Knights will take control, at least for a second. Sarah Scott flips it back to the point. The shot from the point. Body save made by Mannix as we're at 6.5 now.
Really good save there.
And with the 5-0 score here in the third period, the clock is running.
That is
true.
So
we'll play with the running clock here the rest of the way. We're down to about 6:15 left to go. Comes out to center ice. Wall bangs it up along the near boards. That's Madison Dennis down low. Dennis below the red line. Flips it along to the far side of the ice, back behind the net again. Leafs, there's Dennis on the backhand. She gets it back on her forehand now.
Really good spin pass there. Was trying to probably center that puck, but it goes off the back of the cage and back to her. So almost a little bit of nice puck protection too.
Yeah. Maintaining possession down low of the red line. I mean, when you're playing with a lead like this, if you can sit behind the red line like they're doing right here, just digging away at it, killing time, watching that clock tick away. Puck is moving, so the official's not blowing the whistle. 2 skaters to a side, and it's eventually dug out by the Leafs. The Knights flip it out to center ice.
Even the fans were getting a little frustrated on that last one.
Hey, either blow the whistle or dig the puck out. Collision between a couple of 28s there as Madison Dennis and Hannah Hauser collide right at center ice. Here comes Kinsey Lawrence. She has the goal here in the third period. It comes out to center. No icing, and we're under 5 now as Woolowich will give chase for the Leafs. Maya up ahead to Carly Keppen. Out to center ice. Here comes Lily Aristodemo. I've called her name a bunch. Nice feed there to Lawrence. A little bit behind Lawrence, and the Knights will take it the other direction. 1-on-3. As it's knocked away from Sarah Scott. And Sarah's looked pretty good. Her team's down 5-0, but called her name a bunch here this afternoon. She's played pretty stout defensively and anticipated that pass there, and just no offensive help back there, so it turned into a 1-on-3 as we have a whistle and an offsides called with just over 4 minutes left.
Yeah, really using that physicality to try to get that puck back for her team and try to muster up something here in this third period for St. Jude.
Face off at center ice. It's won by Molly Nickel. She's been the star of the afternoon. She has the hat trick for the Leafs. Allison Deuce blows a tire back to the point. The shot in, a bouncing puck from Olivia Kepka. Nice job by Mannix to track that all the way into her belly.
They've still got a dancing goaltender.
Yeah, I was watching that
bench.
too. I was looking over and noticed that too in between. Anytime the music starts, you look down to our left, and Helen Zeke is down there showing off her dance moves. Here's an opportunity. Nice blocker save by Mannix.
Standing tall on that one.
Yeah, that was
had nobody to help her with that shot in front, point blank.
Evie Galvin just walking right in, and Mannix made that blocker save into the corner. So we're down to 3. Alice Wall now, down deep. Behind the net. Still behind the net. And nice pass right out front. And heady play by Mannix to make the save there. That was Keely Davis standing all alone right at the top of the blue paint. And nice save by Mannix. So Megan playing well. She's given up 5 goals, but she's been under siege basically since the opening whistle.
I wish we had some shots on goals because I think those stats on that board would be through the roof on her side.
Yeah, they would definitely be slanted towards. And here's what a beautiful save! Another save by Mannix is Ella Burke winding up for the slap shot all alone in the slot. And Mannix playing to that final horn, and that's what you love to see. This has been a great game by Megan, whistled down for an offside. So beautiful save by Mannix, who's probably been St. Jude's most valuable player in this one, even though her team is down 5. This could be a lot worse.
I was going to say, despite the scoreline, she has stood tall for the St. Jude side.
We're under 2 minutes left to go. Hope you've enjoyed the Stream Sports Midwest broadcast of NIHL hockey here from Southwest Ice Arena in Crestwood. This is the first 2 of many in the 2023-2024 season. We'll be bringing you seeding games. We'll be bringing you the girls are already in their regular season play, but the boys will start their seeding rounds here really, really shortly, and we'll have those games for you. We'll have regular season games, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the next 3 or 4 months. I love hockey. That's part of the reason my partner Eric and I got into this initially, was because we both just love hockey. And, we've come to love the Northern Illinois Hockey League. And, I'm in my 3rd season with NIHL. Eric is, I believe, in his 8th or 9th with NIHL at this point. And we've started to see.
Oh, that one finds its way to the back of the net.
Finds its way to the back of the net. Caden Norkus from the point gets on the board with under a minute left. And St. Jude playing to the whistle. So they got themselves down here in the 3rd period pretty big, but they were able to get on the board down the stretch. And just to finish my point, Mike, we've seen some of the players, with me in my 3rd year, we've seen players go from 12U to 14U to, we've seen the players grow, and we see names on some of these rosters, and we remember calling them and watching them develop as hockey players, and it's one of the things I love most about it. So looking forward to another successful season here on Stream Sports Midwest as Norkus again puts the backhand through the crease. We're under 20 seconds, so the Leafs will end up victorious here. So the Leafs will sweep this doubleheader from St. Jude. First game was 3-0. Here's a nice deflection in the crease, and the save made by Avery Jasper.
Clock stopped with 7 because we have an under 5-goal deficit. That last one, just a shot from the point, bounced off a couple of skates in front and found its way in behind the pads. Tough to lose the shutout with the last minute to go, but they're still going to get the win here.
Shot from the point, another shot from the point, and that one stays out as the whistle blows. So the Leafs do sweep this doubleheader. They win the 14U game by the final score of 5-1. A hat trick by Molly Nickel, and Caden Norkus for St. Jude avoids the shutout with under a minute left. So, Mike, day 1 in the books for the Northern Illinois Hockey League here on Stream Sports Midwest. Any final thoughts?
Well, this was an awesome Saturday afternoon. Thanks for joining me. Thank you to everybody for joining the stream as well. Excited to be back here and excited for more NIHL hockey coming forward.
Yeah, 100%. Keep an eye on the NIHL social media pages for upcoming broadcasts of NIHL hockey here on Stream Sports Midwest. So for Mike Napolitano, my name is Aaron Schell, and once again, your final score here, Game 2, Leafs 5, Knights 1. Talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.